Yo, yo, yo. What's good, everybody, man? We back. You already know what it is for another edition of Heart of the City now. Um, we are going to kind of change the format of this show just a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna keep it moving, obviously, man, in honor of our fallen brother, Jeffrey T85, Mr. Jeffrey Turner. Obviously, man, heart goes out to what we know and what we deem and what we say is our brother. You know what I'm saying? But we got sports to get into, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We got sports and we're gonna keep it moving, but this format's gonna be a little different. So it's gonna be me and Coach up here. We're gonna rap, we're gonna kick it, we're gonna get questions and answers from the chat, um, and we're gonna interact with the chat, and then we'll allow people to come up here and rap with us towards the end of the show or towards the I say middle of the show, or whatever. So um, it's gonna be content and then interaction. So that's how we're gonna do it from now on. You know what I'm saying? Because what I'm not gonna do is let nobody take my bro's spot. You know what I'm saying? So it's a three man. It was a 3-man show. Now it's a 2-man show. You know what I mean? So we're not gonna let nobody take Jeffrey's spot. So I'm sorry if y'all want to come up on the panel. I'm not gonna let nobody on the panel until me and Coach get what we, you know what I'm saying, do what we do. But again, as I always like to do, how you doing, Coach? What's good with you? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. Ready to get at it, sit here and get into the heart of the city and talk sports and whatever else is on the table with you, the chat, whoever joins us on the panel. We're going to represent not only for the city, but for our brother. So that's the way we're going to do it.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. And you know I'm gonna give a shout out to my chat, man. What's good with y'all, man? What's good? No Mets, man. What's good, man? Says NYG Jeffrey T85. You already know what it is, man. Heart of the city, man. The heart is Jeffrey T, man, for sure. Levance, man. Much love and respect to everybody, man. What's good, Levance, man? What's on the menu, man? What you cooking tonight, my brother? Um, Shelton, what's good, man? What up, fellas, man? Appreciate you coming through, man. Always, man. Raphael, man, what's good, man? Hello, man. El Capitan, what's up, man? Much respect, much love, and respect to the chat and the panel. Nisi Wise, wifey, always in the building. Peace to everyone. Much love to you. Much love and respect, man. You already know what it is. And my man Matt, the Giants fan, what's good, brothers, man? What's good with you, Mac, man? Appreciate you, man. I appreciate what you and Adam and Zion did the other night, man. So definitely appreciate that, man. Y'all go check out Mac, the Giants fan. Go check out my brother's channel, man. You already know what it is, man. Yeah, Big Blue Crew, man. Advancement tacos. Okay, all right, yeah. Taco Tuesday. I dig it. I dig it, man. I dig it. Most definitely, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Couple things to get into. We got the Giants training camp going on, of course. Jets training camp. Well, not training camp, but OTAs, I should say. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to misspeak. But OTAs going on for the Jets and Giants. The Yankees are heating up. The Mets still in the race. They still fighting. So shout out to the baseball teams. The basketball, man. Look, man, that's a lot of rumors going on, man, especially with the Nets. They got 2 picks in the first round of the NBA draft. The Knicks, more trade rumors than anything else, because they don't have any draft picks. But in just the overall landscape of sports, you know, we got the finals going on. Who y'all rooting for? Heat or Nuggets? Me personally, I'm going for the Heat just because I want to see Jimmy Butler, man. I like Jimmy Butler, man, as a player, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Remind me of the old school shooting guards. You know what I'm saying? That's who I used to be, man. But what's good with y'all, man? What's good? What's good, Jay Lay? What it do, crew? What up, man? What's up, man? You know what I mean? What's good with y'all, man? But I'm gonna let Coach set it off, man, and we're gonna do something a little bit different, man. And I want y'all to pay attention and really think about some things here, man, because New York sports is a wide range of different things.
Mm-hmm.
Not just the Knicks. It's not just the Nets. It's not just the Giants, Jets, Yankees, or Mets. We got the Devils. We got the Island. Shout out to Jeffy T85. We got the Devils. We got the Islanders. We got the Rangers. We got Syracuse, St. John's, Rutgers, Seton Hall. We got women. We got the Liberty. We got
Mm-hmm.
so we got some boxing in there too, as well as some wrestling. You know what I'm saying? But most definitely, man, we're gonna give a shout out to the women, man. Where the ladies at, man? Coach,
Mm-hmm.
talk about the
Well,
ladies for a minute, Coach.
those of you who know me know how I love the women's sports. All right, and it's not this sexist thing. It's not the chauvinistic thing. It's more of the women can ball too, man. They really, really can. And in the WNBA, I've been following the Liberty since day one. The day when they played the LA Sparks to kick off the inaugural season.
Remember
Uh,
Rebecca Lobo?
Rebecca Lobo and Lisa
Yeah,
Leslie at the jump circle.
there you
So
go.
I've been following Teaspoon, Vicky Johnson. I mean, I go all the way back with the Liberty. So, and I've been excited for this season with all the moves that they did, bringing in Jacquel Jones, Breonna Stewart, Courtney Vandersloot with the players that they had from last year. Um, it's just I've just been really excited. Now they're considered a super team, just like Vegas is out in the West, and Vegas is doing their things. All respect to them. They're undefeated right now.
But
They're playing.
why? But why, Coach?
Mhm,
I'm gonna interject and just ask some
mhm.
questions because
Go
I
ahead.
wanna, I wanna engage. I want the chat to engage, man. Y'all hit the like button, man. You know what I'm saying? Show us some love, man. You know what I'm saying? And we over here, man. We still pushing through, man. It's the slow season in sports, man, but we still grinding it out, man. Appreciate you, Nomads. Appreciate you, Next Shift, man. Appreciate you, Dog Pound Gangster, man. Much
Mhm.
love and respect to you, my brother. Um, so I hate root for the Heat, but I kind of root for the Heat. Yeah, me too, man. I don't really
Mhm.
like the Heat either, man. But shout out to the Liberty, man. But show us why you think or why they would consider the Liberty a super team, Coach. Talk to us about that a little bit.
Well, because kind of what you see in the NBA is happening now in the WNBA, where you get the three-headed monster, if you want to say that. Vegas has already done that when they brought in Candace Parker out there, and New York because they made the trade for Jonquel Jones, who is a two-time um, um, league MVP in the WNBA, and then you also bring in Breonna Stewart, who is another um, league MVP plus a WNBA champion. She is
What's good, Adam?
basically what's
What's
up,
good
Adam?
with you, man? For real, man. Big Blue Crew, man. My guy, Adam Costas in the chat. I'm excited, man. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
don't see Adam over here too much, man. I think it's just a couple of times you've been over here, man. But I appreciate you coming through, Adam, man. Much love, bro. But go ahead, Coach.
Well, Breonna Stewart is thought of, and she is considered the best player in the WNBA. So, and she's from upstate She's from Syracuse, New York, but played at UConn. But she went out she was drafted out to Seattle, did her thing out there, but she wanted to come back home to represent New York. And for New York, and then you also have Sabrina Ionescu, who was the Liberty's number one overall draft pick. She is a straight baller, Miss Triple Double, I mean, she'll go out there. She's been doing that since her time over at Oregon. You know, she can ball, she can do whatever. She may look, you know, a little, you know, she she doesn't look the type to be, you know, physical and, you know, a grinder and, you know, sometimes getting downright dirty, but she can. She will get in there and she will get after whoever, and it doesn't matter who it is. She will step up and stand up, and she'll work hard. So those three right there are the foundational piece for the Liberty. And then you bring in an all-time assist leader in Courtney Vandersloot. I mean, already she's leading the league in assists right now with almost nine a game. So you bring this in, you bring those pieces in. Brenija Laney last couple of years have been doing her thing for the Liberty, leading. You know, she's from Philly, played at Rutgers. She has that dog mentality. Like she'll throw hands if she has to. So she's that type of, you know, player. You look at her and say, oh damn, she's beautiful. But yeah, she's also physical. She's also that type. Like you know the old school. You want to ride a die chick. She's that one. So, and then you know you.
So who we looking at? Who we looking at here now, Coach?
Mm-hmm.
We got Stewart, Jones, Laney, and Vandersloot.
Mm-hmm. And Sabrina Iescu, that's your starting five right there. That's a good starting five, and every last one of them. Let me double check. Yeah, every last one of them has been an all-star also. So
nice.
So they ball. Now the thing with the Liberty, they're still trying to, you know, figure out, you know, their spot. I mean, and that's to be expected. I mean, you know, Brenija and
what's the record?
Right now they're 4-2.
Okay.
They're 4-2, and now in a couple power rankings, some will have them as 2, some will have them as 3, but that's pretty much where they are. They're in the top 3 in the WNBA, hands down. That's where I'm expecting them to stay for the most part, you know, all season. So, but yeah, they're you know, CBS has them number 3. The Athletic has them number 2. The Athletic was yesterday's power ranking, so yeah. They're including their 2 losses. So, and I believe they haven't standing. They don't do power rankings as of yet. So, Connecticut is about ready to lose. They're down by 6 with 10 seconds left. Connecticut is the one that right now is over them. Connecticut is 6-1, but Liberty beat Connecticut head to head. So, you know, that's why some will give them the head, you know, the spot over them. Some are just going to say, well, you only have 6 wins, 4 wins versus 6 wins. I get it. So bottom line is they're in the top 3. That's where I look at them. That's where I want them to stay. So, but getting back to the Liberty, I mean, you know, if you go in and you break down the Liberty, there was here it is. I got off of Bleacher Report. They have a wins above replacement player standing, which, you know, we've seen that in baseball and other sports. Well, number 1 is Breanna Stewart. I mean, you know, it says her net is 12.1.
What's good, Jay-Lay? I appreciate you, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm just
no, that's all right.
Seeing the chat, man. I'm just coming back to the chat, man. Appreciate you, Adam. Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, no,
right, keep spitting, man. You cooking.
The warp is 2.29. Brittany Griner, who's behind her, is at net at 13.1 with a warp at 1.3, and we all know who Brittany Griner is. So, you know, there's no denying that. So, the point being is Breanna Stewart is that type of player. If you were to look at in terms of overall points per game, I had that earlier. Where is it? I know Breanna Stewart is number 2 behind Jewel Stewart. Jewel. What's Jewel's last
name? Do you think who you think the top players are right now in the WNBA? Just give me your top 3. We don't got to go that deep.
Breanna Stewart. What's her name from the the Dallas Wings. It's an African name. I keep messing up her name too.
Just do your
Enrique
best.
Ogunbule,
Okay.
and Aja Wilson from the Aces. Aja Wilson, 6'5",
Mm.
low post player. She's definitely it. But yeah, Brianna Stewart. Some will argue Jewel Lloyd, and I understand that. You can even come back and hit me with Satu Sabali. You can hit me with Brittany Griner. You can hit me with Jackie Young. They're all
Mm.
amazing players. Alyssa Thomas from the Connecticut Sun.
What's good,
But
AK, man? Appreciate you coming through, man. What's
if you
good, Alex, man? Appreciate y'all, man.
everybody
Thanks for showing up for us, man. We all love y'all, man. Appreciate you, man. Go ahead.
Now, if you go watch Enrique Ogunbule, what if down with Dallas, I'm telling you, she played in Notre Dame. This girl, she's fearless. If you've seen the commercial where State Farm, where she's walking with the dude, and then also with Mark Cuban, that's her. So for those of you who might wonder, this girl can ball, and she will tell you. She's like, you can't stop me, you can't guard me. She has it, and she has range, she has handle. I think she's about 5'8", but she plays like a combo guard position.
What's her name?
Enrique, I'll spell her last name. Hold
Oh,
on.
okay, okay.
Ogunbawale. Ogunbawale. I'm just not good with it. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So kill me if you want. But yeah, if you watch her, baller, straight baller. So
Is this
yeah,
her?
that's her. That's her.
Coverage.
That's her.
What kind of baller?
She
All right. You
can
can't play
ball.
too much of it
No,
though
no,
for the
no, 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 no,
copyrights.
no. No, no,
Yeah,
no, 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 no. I just want y'all to know who she is.
that's her though.
She's yeah. I have her up there, man. I have her up there. She's in that top 3, top 5, wherever you want. For me, top 3. She can ball her butt off, man. But those are the top 3, based on what you're asking me. Points per game, here it is. Jewel Lloyd at 28.8. Brianna Stewart, 23.7. Satu Sabali.
28 a
I'm
game?
sorry, 28.8 for Jewel Lloyd, 23.7 for Brianna Stewart. I'm sorry.
Mm. Okay.
22-2 for Satu Sabali. Brittany Skriner's at
Facts,
22,
Mac.
and Jackie Young, also of Las Vegas, is at 21.8. And rebounds, it's Alyssa Thomas from Connecticut at 11.6. Nalissa
Right.
Smith.
Matt's Don Staley, man.
Mm-hmm.
That was that's what my wife liked, man. She
Mm-hmm.
she loved Don Staley.
Philly girl.
Yeah.
Played at Virginia. So, but
Yep.
Melissa Smith, Indiana, 11.4. Satu Sabali, 10.7. Brianna Stewart. These are
Max
rebounds
says
now.
Cynthia Cooper.
Yep, Cynthia Cooper. Man, I can go all the way back, man. That Houston team was a straight beast of a team back in the days, man. So Brianna's at 10.5. Izzy Megabor is at 10. And then assists, Courtney Vandersloot, number 1 at 8.8. Chelsea Gray,
Yeah, we
7.
do everything over here, AK,
Mm-hmm.
man. We heart of the city, man. We do college, we do NBA, we do WNBA, soccer, golf, basketball, whatever's connected to the city,
Mm-hmm.
man. That's where we at, man. Heart of the city, man. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But yeah, man. Just
So, I
keeping it a
mean,
buck. Let's go.
but no, let me see. Aaliyah Boston, who I was surprised.
Wifey
No,
says Deanna
no.
Taurasi from UConn.
Yeah, she's 5th, tied for 4th in assists per game. So, and she's still out there rocking it at 40 years old, man. Much respect to her. So,
Wow.
so I mean,
She's still playing?
yeah, she's still playing. She came back this year.
Wow.
So, you can go out to LA with the Ogumake sisters with Nneka and Cheney. Nneka right now, in terms of field goal percentage, is 5th in the league at 56%. I mean, this is why I love the WNBA, because it's also, you'll see some of the same names at the top or in the tops, but when you go through and you really look at and break it down, there's so many talented players there. Now, the problem I have with the WNBA is, you're selling it short with in terms of the amount of teams, but I get it. It's a business. So, you're not going to put too many teams out there because it's, It's not really selling out in a lot of markets. That's where we as fans
I
have to
don't
really get
I don't
behind it.
either, AK. I don't know a lot about the WNBA. That's why I'm listening to Coach, man. This is what we do, man. This content, man. You already know what it is, AK. This content. This is why we listen, man, because we don't know about everything. You know what I'm saying? That's why
Mm-hmm.
I take my education, man, from my brothers. You know what I'm saying? From you with the Eagles content, from Coach with the WNBA, the college content. You know what I'm saying? Just
Mm-hmm.
from everybody, man. This is a family, man, for sure, man. But go ahead, man.
No, you good.
Continue.
You good.
Nah,
Um,
you cooking, man. It's
no,
just
I'm just
dope.
saying the WNBA. I love it. You know, you can tell I'm passionate about it. You know, I want more people. I mean, right now they have a 12-player limit, and then if your salary cap is above a certain point, you only get 11 players on your roster. They
Wow. So they
literally
got
have 11.
12 now. The NBA got what? 15, right?
15.
Yeah.
15. And then don't forget you can still pull from the G League where the
Mm-hmm.
WNBA doesn't have anything like that. So if you're top heavy in your roster, you only have 11 players while others have 12. Other teams can have 12 players. So you're at a disadvantage there. And then there's only 12 teams in the whole league. I think it's 12 teams. Let me double check that. Is it 12? Two, four, yeah, six. So it's 12 teams, six in each conference. So, I want to see it get back up to because it was headed that way. I think at one point it had like almost 20 teams, but we got to do a better job because I also look at this Brittany Griner situation. These ladies have to go to make the bulk of their money overseas. Where if you're over here, top players are only getting under $250,000 a year to play. But if you go overseas, you can make a mil, 2 mil over there. So and that's why I say we have to get better support for our women, so they're not going over there running into a situation like a Brittany Griner, where we have them right here and they're making their money. Jay Lay wants to ask me a question.
Yeah, he had a question for you. The
Yep.
question is on the screen. Coach, if females were able to play with guys from a young age, high school, college, do you think some would be able to play in the NBA, especially with the game getting less physical? That's a good question.
I've never
That's a
even
good
thought
question.
about it. I mean, I could see it. Yes. Yes. I mean, you're gonna some are gonna question the strength and the speed, but you know what? It don't matter, man. I mean, come on. We've seen guys who are small play in the NBA. We've seen guys who are slow playing the NBA. If you can shoot, and in today's
Yeah.
game with the pick and roll coming off of the
It's more about
screen,
shooting, yeah,
yeah. So
today.
women can do, and the women can do that.
Right.
They can come off of a stagger screen, a double screen. They can work the pick and roll and still be able to score. So, I mean, Candace Parker has proven she can play with the boys. She's already done that. She's played high school. She
Yeah.
played with the boys, and what most people don't realize also, do y'all not realize that when they go through practice, that they are actually practicing at men now? They're not practicing against NBA caliber guys, but they're practicing against guys. So go and watch. Pull up a video of Liz Cambage of the work that she was doing. Again, now she's a 6'8" center. She's not playing right now. She took time off, but the girl can ball, and the guys were being physical with her, and she was taking it to them. Most of the guys were shorter than her. They were like 6'2", 6'4", but she was taking it to them. And if you can watch her game, the way she spins and attacks the paint. Women can play with the guys, man. They can play with the guys. So,
Absolutely can.
do I think it would take time? Yes, it would probably take a year or two, to be honest with you. I think it would that's really it. But, now the question is also because most women are not as tall as the men, except for Hanju of the Liberty. She's 6'10", 6'11", and she can shoot the three. But
God,
most
dog.
but most are
10.
most women, the tall woman in the WNBA is 6'6", 6'5".
Yeah.
And these are low post players. So that's the only disadvantage. But again, like you said, with the court being spread, with all the movement, Because if the ball moves and the player moves to an open spot, they're going to get a shot. So it doesn't matter if you're going up against a taller guy. So that's pretty much Liz bounced around from this.
Aaron Judge is out tonight for the Yankees. Just FYI, the Yankees are losing 3-1, bottom of the 8th. The White Sox. I don't know why they're losing to the White Sox. Alex, if you out there, somebody tell me why this team's losing to the White Sox. But the Mets, where we at, Mets? They just started their game. End of the first, 0-0. Okay, so they're playing the Braves. So let's hope the Mets can get back into the into this playoff race in their division, man, because they've had some trouble, man. But
yeah, getting back to, let's see, it looks like, did Vegas win? Well, which damn game? Where's the score? Oh boy, I'll look for that. As far as the Liberty, right now, the Liberty are coming off of a tough loss, man. They lost to the Chicago Sky at home on Sunday. Was it Sunday? Yeah, it was Sunday. The thing that is a tough loss is they were up by 19 points in the first half. But you turn around and you ended up losing to them in the second half. Now, due respects, Kalia Copper, man. If y'all, most of y'all don't know, but the girl can ball by way of Rutgers, also from Philly. She's from Philly, went to Rutgers, and then got drafted to the Sky. But the girl can play. If you want to compare her to, because she's a 2 guard, but she has good handle, good length, she can play great defense, has good range. Who can I compare her to in the NBA? She's a top 10 player also. So, but I mean, she has. All I can say is Sunday she hit a 27-foot three, just pulled up and just let it rain and nothing but net, man. She was nasty with it. And
Bookends, what's good with you, Bookends? No Mets asks a question. He says, yeah, but the women have to support the women. The NBA overwhelmingly supports the WNBA. It's up to the women to watch and support. So
if you said that, if you said that, then what do you say about? Because it's a lot of women that watch the men. Why is it just to the women? That's why I said it's all of us. It's not just the women. It's all of us. It's men too. Men, let's be real. If you tell your lady, yo, I'm going to a WNBA game, you don't think she's going to go with you? She's going to go with you. The men got to get behind that too, man, because the women are out there at the men's games. So why can't the men be out there supporting the women and buying the jerseys? And I was out there looking for a pair of Stewies that, like, the women are now starting to have their own sneakers. So I was looking for a pair of Stewies, but they don't make them in men's size right now. And I get it. You don't expand your inventory until you see what's selling. But the point is, men can get behind the women just like the women can get behind the NBA.
Right. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And I think the men need to get more behind the women because that's what's going to promote the brand more. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be the women telling the other women, hey, you got to watch Breonna Stewart. It's going to be the men telling, like Coach is doing right now, y'all need to go watch these women in this league because they are good. They're nice. They're fabulous. You know what I'm saying? At playing basketball, man. Tudo, what's good with you, Tudo? Appreciate you coming through, man. Appreciate my brother LRP. Peace, man. Appreciate you coming through, man. Thanks for showing love and support, man. You know what I'm saying? I see all y'all in the chat, man. But yo, Coach, you're right. We need to support the women more. This is why we set this show off, why Coach set this show off with the WNBA. I know y'all want to talk Giants. I know y'all want to talk Knicks, Nets. But yo, let's think about things for a minute. Sports is a wide range of we could talk little league sports. I know Coach can get into that. You know what I'm saying? We could talk women. You know what I'm saying? We could talk college. We could talk pro. You know, we could talk basketball, football, baseball. We can also talk boxing, wrestling, golf, tennis, rugby. You know, shout out to my man Tudo in the chat. You see what I'm saying? It's not just about one particular thing. It's not just about one particular sport or one particular genre or one particular culture or one particular race. We are a family that stretches across the entire world when we doing this sports thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of what I learned.
Let me.
So
no Mets, because he said it's a falsehood that men don't support the WNBA. No, it's not. No, it's not. No Mets. I get what you're saying. There are men that do support. Yes, I'm not saying all men do not support. I'm a man. I support. So, and I've been supporting it since day one. But what I'm getting at is the men are going to, more than anything in the family, drive it. Because if you look at the typical, per se, I don't want to say average, but those at the NBA, you see a lot of fathers taking their children to the games. Yes, the mother should be taking the children to the games too, and I'm not saying women shouldn't, but what I'm saying is a lot of men's, because look at LRP. He just said I can't do the WNBA. There's a lot of men that I know that have told me that, nah, coach, I can't get behind the women. I just can't. But I understand it. There are men that do support. But what I'm saying is it should be more the men taking the lead.
I got you.
Because that will also get the women a lot more interested. Because if their man is going, they're going to want. That's usually how some women get involved with football. If their man is watching football, they want to sit down with their man, and watch it.
So if your girl playing basketball, you ain't gonna support her.
Exactly.
Let me cut my camera on for a minute, man. Like, yo, honestly,
exactly.
If your girl playing ball, you not gonna support her? Come on, man.
I'm gonna be right there with her. You know, and you know, and the point is, I'm going to be there supporting her, and this is what we need to do, because here's the thing. All right, when my daughters were young, I didn't push them into sports because of their mother. Their mother didn't want me to do that.
I see you,
she said, you know, no, that's too much. They should be cheerleaders and everything. That was the mindset. Now, what I should have done is just said, no, my girls are going to go and at least let them experience it and decide for themselves. Okay. So, okay, Mac, I feel you. Elena Deladon is a beast, man. She's a beast.
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
So if I got an NBA girl, check on it. Yo, man. Look, if I had me at WNBA, there are quite a few that, man, I would definitely love to, you know. But the point being is, yo, if your girl is, and let's not take it to the extreme, going the other way, because it's not true.
Why you do that, bro? Like, you're killing me, man.
So, but look, the bottom line is, like I was saying about my kids, if I had to push them, you know, maybe they would have. You got 2 pair of Elena kicks. See, that's what I'm talking about. Respect. That's respect. No, but seriously, that's respect. That's what we need. You know, we need to be supporting them like this. But it's also, we need to tear down the stereotypes that, you know, women, you know, they can't play with men, or the game is not good.
It's all good, man.
You
having fun over here.
Yeah, I know that. But, you know, we need to tear that stereotype down, because the truth of the matter is, it's more than that. It's the fact that our ladies have to go overseas to make most of their money. That's my whole point. Why do they have to go overseas to make that money. Why can't we support them here in our own country? Why do people from other countries want our women to come over there to entertain them, but we don't get behind them here? Nah, we need to do that. We need to get behind. Exactly. I got Liberty Gear too. So and that's my thing. It's being there, supporting our ladies. I mean, if you watch the women's college, they're packing out a lot of these stadiums.
That's true.
They really so to say. Go ahead.
Nah. The college game is very, very popular right now, man.
Yes.
Remember, back in the day, man. I don't know if they still. Well, obviously not. But you remember the UConn women? You know what I'm saying? They were dominating, man. They were dominating, man, for so long, man. So, you know, a lot of the college men's teams were looking up to them as like that was the college team. Like you talk about college basketball, period. You looked at UConn, and it wasn't for the men. The men, they had their run. You know what I'm saying? What's his name? Daniel Marshall back in the day. You know, Ray Allen. They had their run, but it was the women that you were looking up to, man. Honestly, man, that's just being real. What's up, Miz? I see you.
And also remember this. There was a time where it was UConn and Tennessee. That was the talk when it came to the women's sport. You don't now think about it.
Yeah, see, wifey says yes, undefeated. She says she wanted to go to UConn. You know what I'm saying? My wife used to play basketball, so definitely, man. That was the team to look up to, man.
Now you're not. It's not UConn alone anymore. Tate George. I grew up with Tate George. He used to live in Plainfield with me before he moved to Newark. Played at Union Catholic and then went to UConn. So, and then he got drafted by the Nets. But then he recently had his unfortunate situation. I'm not getting into it. So, but and the funny thing about Tate when he played football, he was a quarterback. Most people don't realize that. He and his little brother Eric, who's an actor and played at King with me when I was at King, they were quarterbacks coming up. So, size is your life.
I say what?
No, I was looking Miz what he said. Well, you're highlighting no Mets.
Size is your wife. Oh wow. Hi, Miss. Miss. I don't know how to take that comment. I don't know what he's really trying to. I know he misspells things a lot, so we'll just leave it at that. But Ned says, all I say is I hear men talking about men need to support the WNBA. We all need to put some of the women support this. That's true.
I hear the opposite though. I guess that's what it is because I hear men that say they're not supporting it, and I hear some women that support it. But I guess we just have to balance it out. So, but the bottom.
Oh, nah, you good, Miz. I know you ain't mean nothing by it, but yeah, my wife is she did used to play basketball and she did support the WNBA, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's like any league, it's a lot of funk going on. I'm not going to get into it because I don't want to get my channel struck, but it's a lot going on with that situation too. You know what I'm saying? As far as the women are concerned, man. But
I will say this about the UConn women: they aren't so great anymore. It's all about South Carolina.
Yeah, South Carolina and Tennessee. Tennessee been coming up the ranks too lately.
Tennessee's been coming up, but it's really about South Carolina these past few years. If you go through the WNBA and take a look at a lot of the top stars, a lot of them are going to be tied to South Carolina. They're going to be tied to South Carolina. Dawn Staley is doing her thing down there, recruiting, developing, and getting these girls off into the WNBA. So, but that's what you need. You need a Connecticut. You need a Tennessee. You need a South Carolina. Back in the days, it was USC. I mean, with Cheryl Miller and Lisa Leslie and all of them back there. I mean, trust me when I tell you, like I said, I've been following we talk about Della Don. Della Don played at Delaware. which is not considered a Power 5 university, but she was doing her thing. So, it's the women need to be. No Mets has a valid point that some women need to get behind it. So I will say to a certain extent yes, but my whole point was the
Yeah, I
men.
do agree with that though,
The
because
men
the women will support men, but not support their own. So I will say that women should step up, man, and really support the WNBA. But I know why a lot of women don't, and I can't say it on air. So, but yeah, market fell off. Yeah, you're right. Don Don Staley, of course, man, But check it out, y'all. I'm on play the commercial per request, and then we're gonna get right back into the content, man. So give us a quick commercial break here.
Shadow Worlds Radio, a radio media outlet.
Hold on, let me start that again. Cause I gotta I'll be forgetting to take the banner off. Let's try it again, y'all.
Shadow Worlds Radio, a radio media outlet. The Read and Attack Show, Coach Ed's Amazing World of Sports. Go Travels, the go-to for all your sporting events. Wise Consulting Solutions, the wise choice for a better future. The Big Blue Crew, the best damn sports network on YouTube.
Damn right, man. Shout out to the Big Blue Crew, man. Shout out to my boys in the chat. I see you, Miz. I see you, LaVance. I see you, Mac. I see you, Tudo. You know what I'm saying? Bookends. I see everybody in the chat. Next Shift, LRP, man. Man, we the whole crew, man. You know what I'm saying, man? We are in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? Even if you ain't a part of the Big Blue Crew, man, you still fam over here. So I don't give a damn. Word up. You know what I mean? So check it out, man. Let's switch gears a little bit because I don't want this show to go off the rails. Before we say anything, explicit or whatever they call it. Let's talk a little bit about the Giants. I know everybody is in tune with the New York Football Giants.
Give me 2 seconds.
So we'll talk about.
My computer's acting up. I'm gonna reboot.
Nah, you good.
I'm gonna reboot. Then give me 2 seconds. I'll be back.
Nah, you good. You good. I got you. So we're gonna talk about the Giants here a little bit. Training camp is going on, and my man Danny Dimes been throwing dimes all over the place, man. How y'all feel about that, man? Do we think Daniel Jones? Yeah, I'm gonna stir the pot here a little bit, man. Y'all hit that like button. Let's go. Y'all hit that like button. Let's go. I'm gonna stir the pot a little bit. Do you guys think Daniel Jones is legitimately a top 10 quarterback? Now, he got the weapons now. Remember, Jalen Hurts coming into last season before he had this MVP season, or MVP-like season, he was considered to not be a top 10 quarterback. Matter of fact, he was a bottom 10 quarterback, to be honest with you. So do you guys think that coming into this season, given the weapons that he has and given what he has done since last season, that Daniel Jones should be considered a top 10 quarterback? Now, y'all talk to me on that one. Do you honestly think Daniel Jones should be considered a top 10 quarterback? Some say he's top 3 in the NFC. That's an argument you can make. But let's just start small. Top 10 in the NFL. Now I'm going to play a game with y'all. All right? Play a little game with y'all. So I'm going to give you a quarterback. And you guys and ladies and whoever's in the chat, tell me if Daniel Jones is better than said quarterback. I'm not going to give you the big names. We're not going to do all that. Not right now. Let's start reasonable. So, Kirk Cousins. Is he better than Kirk Cousins? That is somebody that has been considered a top 10 quarterback in the past. No Mets says better than Kirk. Anybody else? Coach coming back in here. Coach.
Yeah,
I'm gonna play a game. Going play a game. Playing a game with the chat. We doing a little interacting here, man. Follow with me.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna name a quarterback because we're gonna see if Daniel Jones is top 10 or not.
Is this the league or is this in the NFL?
This is the league right now. This is the whole entire league. So,
I'm with you.
Matt says better than Kirk. I say, is he a better quarterback than Kirk Cousins? Because I'm just giving you names of said quarterbacks that have been top 10 in the past or considered what has been top 10 in the past. So we're going to go into just moving forward into this year. Like when the 2023 season ends, will Daniel Jones be a top 10 quarterback? I think that's what we're trying to find out. Not what he's done in the past. You can incorporate some of that into your analysis, but we're trying to figure out, is he a top 10 quarterback right now going into this season? So I'm going to give you a quarterback. Y'all say yay or nay. Kirk Cousins. Is he better than Kirk Cousins?
You asking me?
Yeah. What you think?
If Kirk Cousins has been considered a top 10 quarterback, and he's had talent around him.
He has in the past.
Daniel Jones is a top 10 quarterback because he has not had the talent that Kirk Cousins has. And I think if you put Daniel Jones on that team, he probably surpasses what Kirk Cousins does. That's just my opinion because he has more athleticism, so he'll be able to move in and change the dynamic of how a defense will defend him. So, yes, I would say yes, he's better than Kirk Cousins.
Okay. I agree. I think he is better than Kirk Cousins. Now, let me post in the chat the link because this is the portion of the show. We're gonna start to bring people up here. So I see you too though. So now, just sticking with the NFC, is he better than Dak Prescott? Now, look, a lot of people say Dak Prescott, his accolades, he's done better than Daniel Jones or what he's had. I don't really know how you can make much excuse for Dak Prescott, but if you have an excuse for Dak Prescott, please present it right now because this is what we're trying to find out here. Giants fans, let's go. Better than Dak. What y'all got for me? Nah?
I think they're even.
Better?
I think they're even.
LRP says better. Met says better.
I think they're even.
DC says she can't stand Prescott, so that means better than Prescott. Matt can come on. Matt, no, he got the link, man. Let me put it in the chat.
Max says he's at work.
Yeah, he good. If he don't have to come on. I'm saying he can if he wants to.
Oh my gosh. See, I
almost made me spit.
Here's the thing. I know most people kill Dak Prescott because he's been to the playoffs multiple times, and he really hasn't gone too far in the playoffs. You also kill him because of the critical mistakes that he's made. But if I'm looking at talent, they're even. But Dak has also, because I made the argument about Kirk Cousins, Dak has also had a plethora of talent. And if you put Daniel Jones with that talent, I think Daniel Jones will probably do better in that regard. So it's like I also look at
Okay,
Dak.
all right. Let me ask you this, Coach. Does Daniel Jones make a Super Bowl if he's the Cowboys quarterback instead of Dak Prescott? And y'all can answer that in the chat too if you want to. Does Daniel Jones make
In his
a
first 4
Super
years,
Bowl
no.
with the Cowboys roster if you just swap him and Dak Prescott?
His
Because we
first four
know Dak
years,
ain't gonna do
no.
shit over here, so we
His
ain't gotta
first,
talk about
no,
that.
no, no. His
But
first 4
if
years, no.
he's on the Cowboys, you think?
First 4 years, no. But I think within 5 to 7 years, yes.
If he had Amari Cooper, CD Lamb, all those receivers, Elliott, Pollard, that offensive line.
I mean, you're making a hard argument, but it's still. I also because no. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like everyone, and I get it.
Just
I get it.
saying.
Here's the thing that I give that Prescott credit for the simple fact. Remember, he was a mid round draft pick, and he's worked his way
Mm-hmm.
up. You have to. He. It's not like he didn't. He worked his way up to get that money. So he must have done something right to get that money. So I have to respect him there. That's why I say they're kind of even to me. Dak Prescott just hasn't done much. At least Daniel Jones first time made the playoffs. We didn't had that great of a roster. Going up against Philly with what they had, you have to respect that. So that's why I'm like, hey, what did Dak Prescott do his first year? Because he took over for Tony Romo. Didn't they make the playoffs?
I mean, it was in the playoffs, but what I'm saying is, Coach, do you think they make a Super Bowl with Daniel Jones? Because if we saying Daniel Jones is better than Dak, which I agree, do you think he makes a Super Bowl with the Cowboys roster
With that
with
roster,
all they had? Yeah,
I understand. I understand that's why I said the first 4 years.
it's
I have to.
something you got to think about.
Yeah, you have to. Because are you going? Because then you probably change. You're probably going to treat him like you did. Pittsburgh did with Ben Roethlisberger when he first came out. He made the Super Bowl his second year. So, but what were they really? They were a run-based team. So if you're telling me, even with all those receivers, that they're going to rely heavily on the run and play sound defense, then yes, I think he can make the Super Bowl in his first 4 years. That's Daniel Jones. Now, right now, I would say right now, based on his fifth year, that's why I said fifth to seventh year, because Dak is what in his seventh year right now, if I'm not mistaken, or eighth year.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then I'm going to go with DJ because I think DJ is ascending. Dak, I don't think can go up any further. He is what he is. So I guess what I'm saying, I guess I am going with DJ when you really when you really break it down. It's
Yeah, I was
just
gonna say.
I respect Dak for what he did coming up. It's just that I'm like with everyone else, he just hasn't closed the deal, and some of it is his fault, some of it is the team's fault, some of it is coaching. It's a multitude of things. So I'll go with DJ. I'll go with DJ.
Yeah, Dak Prescott is going into I think this is his 8th season.
That's what I thought.
So,
That's why I said fifth through
um,
seventh.
yeah, I do think Daniel Jones is a better quarterback. Couple reasons. One, Daniel Jones makes better decisions. He runs
Fair.
the football better, better athlete overall, and I mean, those are kind of the main two things. I'm not going to really sit up here and dog Dak Prescott like a lot of people probably want me to, but I do think Daniel Jones has more talent. He's a better quarterback for the position. I think Dak Prescott was a beneficiary of a good circumstance, which is the opposite of what happened to Daniel Jones. So I think if you swap the two, you're gonna get a possibly elite Daniel Jones, and you're gonna get a quarterback in Dak Prescott that's probably not gonna be in the league if he was drafted by the Giants, because it'll probably been way worse.
If you're going to put it like
Jones
that,
had experience.
If Dak was on this team,
What's good, Deception? I see you, bro. What's up?
If Dak was on the Giants last year, then the Giants will make the playoffs. So you know what? You're right. You're right. Because I've been putting DJ on Dallas, but now let's flip it. If Dak was on the Giants, where would the Giants be? So that's fair. That's a fair argument. That is a fair and sound argument. So now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, DJ is definitely better.
All right, so we got those two out the way. Y'all hit the like button, man. Let's go, man. We talking Giants, man. Any questions in the chat? Any comments in the chat, man? Y'all put them in the chat, man. Yo, talk to your boy. You see what I'm saying? Y'all put them in the chat, man. Let's go, man. Let's rock out, man. We doing this thing, man. We talking sports. Better quarterback. NFC, NFL right now. We talking. So we established he's better than Kirk Cousins. Beat him in the playoffs last year. Yada, yada, yada. Most of us agree. Dak Prescott. Now, let's go with another infamous quarterback in the NFC West, and that's Geno Smith. Because he had a similar ascension as Daniel Jones, one may say, but Geno Smith has been in the league a little bit longer.
Better talent too he had last year. So, he's been mostly a career backup. No, I'll take DJ over him. I'll take DJ. There's no debate. Nah. And then, ladies and gentlemen, please don't think it's about the Eli thing with me. No, it's not. I'll be honest with you. I'm basing it off of his Jets tenure more than anything. I mean, when he was with the Jets, I mean, just some of his decision making alone, and you want to rely on your arm too much and put a football into a tight window, and you're putting it in harm's way too many times. No, nah. And now I'm looking at the same time frame between he's worse than what Daniel Jones is right now during these past 4 years. No, not for me. I mean, Geno had a good year last year. Congratulations to him. Well deserved. Happy he got his money. Yo, I can never be mad at another man for making his paper. But overall, nah, I'm taking DJ over him. It's not even close for me.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that, Coach. But what y'all think, man? What y'all think? I don't know. Do I have an echo?
I don't hear an echo. I don't hear anything. I mean, you sounded fine to me. Go ahead.
I don't know. Could Tito said I had an echo. Check it out though. I do not definitely think that Geno Smith is up. Remember, Geno Smith was on the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people wanted to run him out of town because of the Eli Manning thing. Now, I don't blame Geno Smith for that. Let me get it straight. That was not that man's fault. And any of y'all that say that hate Geno Smith for that, how can you? He was just doing his job, going out there. The coach asked him to play football. He went out there and played football. What was he supposed to do? Say, nah, I'm not playing. You got to give it to Eli. Man, that's your career, bro. Like, you got to do what the coach says. If they say you up, you up. So you can't get mad at him. But we kind of seen what Geno Smith was about, not only with the Giants, but with the Jets too. So not going there for sure, man. But what y'all think though? I ain't right all the time. Obviously not. I'm unpopular opinion sports. Y'all hit that like button. Taj, what's good, man? What's good with you, man? Appreciate you, man, coming through, man. What's good? Man says Gino plays solidly and he has a solid arm with a quick release. Yeah, he's solid. I'm not saying he ain't a good quarterback. I'm just saying, is he better than Daniel Jones? This is what we talking about. We're getting to the Daniel Jones conversation. I'm never gonna run from that conversation. Y'all know that, right? Because I came into this community talking about Daniel Jones, and I have, changed my opinion on DJ, but we still got to talk about it. Is he a top 10 quarterback? Because he's getting top 10 quarterback money. So this is what the conversations are going on. A lot of giant circles, a lot of giant spaces. Is Daniel Jones worth that money? Now, we going through different quarterbacks. This is the game we playing right here, or the exercise. Let me put it like that. That we doing. Is Daniel Jones a top 10 quarterback? He's better than Kirk Cousins. He's better than Dak Prescott. We got that out the way. Now we talking about Geno Smith. How y'all feel? Yay or nay? I say yay. He's better. Coach says he's better.
Mm-hmm.
So, Matt says top 10.
Who do you consider top 5? First of all, let's do this.
Okay, we could do that.
You're saying top 10, so let's
top 5.
Let's knock out top 5 first.
All right, Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, but I can't argue that.
Joe Burrow.
Can't argue that.
Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Josh Allen. And I don't. That 5th spot is real iffy for me, because some people would give it to Justin Herbert, some would give it to Trevor Lawrence, some might give it to Jalen Hurts. If I'm going with the 5th spot, I don't like Herbert, but I guess I'll do. I guess I'll say Herbert, because I want to put Hurts up there, but I think Hurts is kind of closer to Daniel Jones, and I haven't seen enough from Trevor Lawrence. Honestly, I think people are giving Trevor Lawrence too much credit.
Okay,
for a mediocre season.
What has Allen done? I mean, let alone he's gotten to the AFC championships.
That's an argument you can make.
Yeah,
Josh Allen, you can make that argument with Josh Allen, or you can make that argument with Justin Herbert, and I would be hard pressed to push back on that. But Burrow,
there's
Mahomes, and then you gotta think about. I know people are laughing, but Aaron Rodgers is not. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
I don't like him. You know what I'm saying? Just like
that was going to be my 5th. That was my 5th quarterback. And see, I'm not doing it just off of last year. Are we doing it just off of last year? Are we talking about all their whole career?
Moving forward, that's what I'm saying. Like when you end the season next year.
Okay, so we're basing
when the season ends next year. Okay. When the season ends, well, what they're going to do this year, basically. That's how you do power rankings.
That's different. Mm-hmm. That's a different narrative now.
That's why I'm saying I don't know about a guy like Herbert or even Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. I don't know what Aaron Rodgers is going to do.
Based off that argument.
I got Lamar in there, Mets. Lamar's my number 3, actually. Right below Burrow and Mahomes. And that's just pure projection. I know he was hurt last year, so I get it.
Lamar might don't be surprised if Lamar ends up pushing number one after it's all said and done.
He
Because
should.
he has his talent around him. He has it because it's the same argument we've had with Daniel Jones, except that he was able to make plays with his legs.
Mhm.
So yeah, well, I'm not arguing Lamar over Allen. I mean, or Allen over Lamar. I'm just saying,
That's true. Next shift, he did have a squad. Geno Smith. God, when you
yeah,
put it like
yeah,
that,
yeah. That's the
Lockett,
thing. So
Godwin,
if we're
Kenneth
saying
Walker.
now the narrative is what they're going to do this year,
I agree. Bookends has more to prove. Trevor Lawrence
and
gonna get on
if that
that
wait a
train
minute,
real
if you're saying based off of this year, then Gino and Daniel Jones are on the same part on the same level. Sorry, because you said it's based over what you expect them to do this year, and I think they're both going to be
good.
fighting, you know, either for division or fighting for one of the top wild card spots.
Um,
And if that because you said it's based, what do you think this year? Seattle has a good team now. You can't sleep on them. And
they do.
they just
Um,
put in Jackson Smith and
you
Jigga on
you
that offense
you
too.
would in that situation you would see a quarterback that was top 10 take a kind of get out of that mode. Now a lot of people pick Tom Brady to be top 10. Obviously, he's not going to be here.
Hmm.
Aaron Rodgers is another one. Derek Carr is another one. So you're going to see some quarterbacks fade out that were top 10 quarterbacks from last year into this year. Now you're going to see some other quarterbacks move into those spots. And I think Daniel Jones
Yeah,
maybe
he's
get one of
going.
those spots. I don't know.
But see now, based on that, because now based on what we expect and what you just said, that puts Jalen Hurts in that top five. Just based off of what you just said, your argument, based off what we're expecting this year, you have to say Jalen Hurts based on all projections and what they have and that team. mm, it's hard to argue that they're not the number one team based off of but is Jalen Hurts? Jalen Hurts is a byproduct of that too.
Yeah. Look,
Oh boy.
I don't think I don't think Jalen Hurts is I don't think he's not top 10. I don't know if he's top 5 though. I think
Based
all right,
based on
so
what we just talked.
if I'm ranking the quarterbacks right now, I'm gonna go Allen. I mean not Allen, I'm gonna go Mahomes,
Burrow,
Burrow,
Jackson.
Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put Josh Allen in there, just based off talent alone. I know he hasn't done nothing. I'm just not a Herbert fan. So if I had to get crazy with it, you could say Hurts.
Mm-hmm.
You could
Because
say Hurts.
I'm only
You could
gonna
say
put
Hurts in that fifth. If you wanted to go Herbert, 7. And then now you getting into the Aaron Rodgers, Daniel
Jacksonville.
Jones, Trevor Lawrence, wherever you want to go with that, man. And I'm saying Daniel Jones is in that conversation.
Yeah, no, I
That's
agree
what I'm
with you.
saying.
He's in that conversation. I don't deny that. It was just when that's why I asked, what's the criteria? That's why, because initially I wasn't going to put Jalen Hurts that high if we were just talking about quarterbacks and their careers. But if you're talking
I
about
think
projection this year,
projection, yeah, projection.
that's the whole thing. That changes the whole thing. The projection is, well, Philly is projected to have the top team in the NFC. So doesn't that mean that bumps Jalen Hurts up based off of that? I'm not putting over the other three. No, there's no way because they're talent wise, they're just there. They're already there. So Hurts is also a product of the team he plays for. And that's part of the projection. So I have to project and I have to give him that. putting him in the top 5. But
appreciate you, LRP, man. Salute my boy, man. Y'all go check out LRP, man. With Either Chosen One. Also, my man Shakes. You know what I'm saying? They do the Shakedown podcast, man, for real, man. Also, check them out in the Twitter space, man. With the Big Blue Knockout podcast. Hope I got that right, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to misrepresent my brothers, man, but you know, I love all y'all, man. You know, always supporting and loving y'all, man. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. But yeah, appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you, bro. But we definitely getting into this, man. That says Hurts before Herbert. See, and that's something that I have to agree with, honestly. I'm not a Herbert fan. I'm sorry. I don't. Nah, man. Nah. And I don't, you know, I hate the Eagles. My wife know how much I hate the Eagles. But putting bias aside, I'm gonna have to give it to Jalen Hurts, man. Jalen Hurts deserves to be in that top 10.
That's
he took the team to the freaking Super Bowl. Well, what you gonna say? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it above. I don't like the Eagles like the next man, but props is what props is due. We're not giving that props to Dak Prescott because we know he's garbage. So, but Hurts is a legit good quarterback, man. What'll do the Eagles and what I'm hoping that's gonna do him is that dang on stupid ass coach they got, Sari fuckboy. Yeah. But it ain't gonna be Hurts, man. Hurts is a good quarterback. It's a reason why him and Daniel Jones was the top 2 quarterbacks and least interceptions. They make smart decisions. They're smart quarterbacks.
Jalen has always been like that, even with his time in Alabama.
No doubt, man. No doubt, man. See y'all, man. See y'all, bro. Talented DJ did most. Yeah. And then hold up.
We're forgetting about Justin Fields. What about Justin Fields then?
No. I get it. They got a little bit of talent on the roster now, but I can't project Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears to be that team next year. I can't project it. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting, because I think they're going to definitely be number 2 in the NFC North.
I think the Lions are.
Yeah. I think Lions are number 1, Bears are number 2, and the Bears are going to be pushing for a playoff spot.
Do you think the Bears are gonna be over the Vikings?
Just there's something about that Viking team that I'm not trusting.
You ain't gotta trust them. Look, just like we don't trust the Cowboys, and I don't trust the Chargers. The Vikings, I don't trust them either, but they're going to be in the mix.
I'm not saying they're not going to be in the mix. I did not say that. Please don't think that's what I'm saying. I just think Chicago, I think they did enough between free agency and the draft to elevate what they're doing. They've given Fields some weapons, man.
Mm-hmm.
They have been giving him. Yes, I believe his father was a coach in EC. But they've given him weapons, so it's not just going to be let him run. You know, he's going to be able to put the ball in certain players' hands and just let them perform. So
that's interesting. I didn't actually know that. Shout out to Wifey bringing that good nugget to the chat. Hurts' father was a coach, so you know he has that type of mentality. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? To really, you you know what I'm saying, strive hard and pause and be a good quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So good stuff, man. Good stuff, man. Y'all hit that like button, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all in the chat, man. Love
I
and
think he's
respect,
so
man. This is what
joke.
we do.
I think he's so joke cool when he's out there. He doesn't look like he's
Yeah.
phased because he.
Calm, cool,
Mhm.
collective.
If you realize it, most coaches' sons who play quarterbacks have that same type of temperament.
Right. And I agree with Nets is saying right here. I don't want to dismiss Fields, but he gets credited for his running ability while DJ's running ability is constantly dismissed and overlooked. Hope is continued to be overlooked too. Me too.
Of course, as
You know
fans,
what I'm
of course,
saying?
we want DJ to be under appreciated so he can go and smack people in the face with it.
Mm-hmm.
I just Fields
Sure.
is. I think most people just sleep on his passing too much because he really. He did have he had a couple of receivers he could have gotten the ball to last year, but I mean they didn't have an offensive line. That's really what it boiled down to.
Man,
And I think
I watched film. I mean, we broke down film on Fields, coach. Um, And what I see on film is a guy that's hesitant, much like Daniel Jones was a few years ago. Just he's hesitant. You know what I'm saying? And the Bears didn't do him any favors by giving him any type of talent. Now they went out and did all they could this year, but again, the guy's going into a new system. Am I right or wrong? I got a new coach over there, right?
oh, did they get a new coach?
The
I think
Bears, or is it?
I thought they had the same coach. Wait a minute.
They did not
Years.
get a new coach
No, they got the general manager and the coach. I thought last year.
last year. No, I know the general manager. Was it the coach too?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Chicago Bears.
Swore the Bears got a new coach this year. Maybe I'm tripping.
Wait a minute. I'm looking right now. Chicago Bears. Who's their head coach? Their head
Oh,
coaches.
Matt. Yeah. Um, yeah. Nah, he came in last
Yeah,
year.
yeah. That's what I thought.
Matt.
Matt
Matt.
Eberflus.
Eber. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't think the Bears, man. Last year was his first year. All right. I don't know, man. But check it out. So is Daniel Jones better than Justin Fields? Let's start there.
Yes.
So we're going with Justin Fields. We said Kirk Cousins. What about Jared Goff? We just gonna do the whole division. God damn it. Jared Goff.
DJ has the athleticism and the running ability, but Golf has the
He's
passing.
better than
Golf
Jared
has the
Goff.
passing. I'm sorry, Golf has the passing. Now, mind you, he has a whole bunch of talent around him, but he does a great job of anticipating his receivers when they're going into their breaks and hitting them.
I will say Jared Goff is not a scrub.
No,
I would have said he was a scrub last year, but he's not a scrub. So I would give him that. I will probably put him just a tad outside of that range. So we talking
top 10.
DJ. Yeah, if we talking that conversation, he may be in the 14 or 15 range. But he's definitely a upper half of the league quarterback right now. I mean, you got to give him that. And then Jordan Love. I don't think we need to go down that. So let's go NFC South. No, we're not doing Baker Mayfield. We're Baker. No.
Baker.
Anybody want to make that argument?
Baker Mayfield. Oh my God.
Because I seen it.
Let's go on. We got the rookie up in Carolina, so no, that's not going to be.
Nope.
No. Atlanta, you
what
have.
about Desmond Ritter?
No, I'm taking DJ over him.
Yep. And then that leaves you with
DJ versus Derek Carr.
Derek Carr. Saints. Yep.
But we're projecting off of where they are.
Where they are and where they're going to be at the end of next year, I would say. And the reason I'm doing this exercise, Coach, is because some people say in order for Daniel Jones to justify the blanky blank contract he got, he has to be a top 10 quarterback.
Okay.
So, look, I don't agree with that bullshit.
I know that. This quarterbacks who are making more money.
We having a conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Go, let's keep going. I'll take DJ over Carr. I will take him. I will take him because right now, New Orleans, though, to me is still is an enigma because what's going to happen with what's his name? Because isn't he facing that lawsuit or the court situation? Man, what's the running back?
Oh, Alvin Kamara?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Kamara do got something going
on. So it's like, okay, so if he's not there, I mean, yeah, you have what's his name, the wide receiver from Ohio State, as well as Michael Tom is coming back. Chris Olave. So you have a couple of players over there. I'm not going to and they have a good defense. So I'm not going to sit here and say that Derek Carr, but he had talent up in Oakland. I'm sorry, and
so let's.
Nah, I'm taking DJ over him.
I think I agree with you, Coach. But let's get a little funky with this real quick. And then we're gonna get into the basketball here in just a second, man, before we wrap up the show. What about let's go to the AFC for a little bit, man, because I think we didn't kind of you know what I'm saying, talked about the NFC, because so we're going to toughen up this challenge here a little bit, man.
Okay, AFC East. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
AFC East, right? Tua. That's where I'm going. Tua Tagovailoa. Or Tagovailoa.
Yeah, you said it right. Tua's issue has been his concussion. It always has been. He is a good quarterback. People can say what they want.
He's better than Daniel Jones.
No, I'm going to take DJ. I have to take DJ.
Let's talk about the reason why.
We're talking about projection, and I'm concerned with his concussion history.
So it's pure injury related.
That's the biggest thing. Is he physically? Is his arm as strong as Daniel Jones? No, but it's not totally lacking. He has good anticipation, throwing ability. So
says his salary is currently 11th in the league. So yeah, we right on track with this conversation actually.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
But I'll take DJ. I'll take DJ over him. I'll take DJ over Mac Jones. Go ahead. Who's the next?
We already talked about Josh Allen. We talked about Aaron Rodgers. So I'm gonna give you another one.
We only talked about them in the top 10. We didn't say would we take DJ over him.
Okay.
Allen, we did. We didn't. We said we put Rodgers and him all together with DJ because Rodgers is going to a new team. So I'm still taking Rodgers.
I can't honestly, legitimately, really put DJ over Aaron Rodgers
Me
I
either.
can't really do that.
Mm-mm.
But if I am projecting stats, I think he finishes better than Rodgers. But for sake being, we'll say Aaron Rodgers probably gonna put up some stats anyway with the Jets because they're gonna throw the football. They was throwing the football with Joe freaking Flacco last year. Remember, we was doing the game the recaps, coach, on Heart of the City, man. Y'all hit that like button. We was doing the recaps, man, and we was saying like, why is the Jets throwing the football so much? Remember with Joe Flacco? Do you remember that, coach?
Yep.
Me, you, and Jeffy, we was all saying like, why are they throwing the football when they need to be running with Brees Hall and them, man? But they were throwing the football a lot last year, so Rodgers will probably put up some stats. So I hate Aaron Rodgers. I don't hate him, but I don't like him. I don't care for
Look,
him. So.
we all know last year if the Jets had a quarterback, they make the playoff, and they probably have a better team. So Aaron Rodgers is definitely better than any quarterback they had last year.
I'm gonna give you one though that you really got to think about. Yeah, you got to think about this. Really, really think about it. Just think for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Deshaun Watson.
If Deshaun Watson can get even half of what he was previously, I'm taking Watson over DJ. Sorry. I mean, he has talent over there. He has a halfway decent defense. The whole thing is going to rely on Deshaun Watson's ability to perform. Are we getting the Deshaun Watson who was going all crazy even on a bad Houston team? Or are we getting the Watson who was coming back rusty last year after sitting? And is he mentally going to be totally invested, or is he worrying about the because he still has the civil suits against him? So, but if I'm going to be totally honest, in terms of ability and projection, I'm taking Watson over DJ.
I would have to agree. I'm sorry. I just Deshaun Watson is legitimately a top 5 talent from the quarterback position, talent wise. Now, where his headspace is and his I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's what burns a lot of quarterbacks' pause. It's their mental ability. You know, Jamarcus Russell had one of the best talented quarterbacks to come out. His head wasn't in the game, so you know he couldn't focus, man. But if Watson is who Watson was, as my man Bookend says, yeah, he's definitely in that conversation.
Exactly.
And I would have to take him over Daniel Jones right now. But yeah, he's definitely over Wilson, definitely over Tannehill. Not gonna argue those points. Trevor Lawrence, though. A lot of people putting Trevor Lawrence, and this is weird. This is a weird one for me.
Wait a minute. We say Wilson, okay? And we're only doing that. We're only trashing Wilson based off of last year. But I mean, don't forget who his head coach is.
That's true.
That's going to play a major role in his development.
Good point.
I'm not sleeping on Russell Wilson like that. I'm just not. Now, if you want to say they're on par with each other, okay. Because it's hard for me to sit here and just say I'm taking DJ over Russell Wilson when we're talking about projection. Because that's the thing. We're talking about projection. That head coach has to be included in the projection. And I think he's going to help immensely with Russell Wilson. He's going to put his receivers in the right position to make the plays. You already know he's used to small size quarterbacks. Hello, Drew Brees. So I think
so he gonna try to turn him into a Drew Brees because you remember that's what it feel like that's around the time he got Drew Brees was right in his early 30s, right? Something like that.
Mhm.
Late 20s, early
Drew Brees
30s.
Drew Brees has issues when he was with San Diego.
Cause yeah, he spent the time with the Chargers. He
Yep.
was about what 4 or 5 years in the league. Then he went over there, and yep.
Now
It's tough.
Russell Wilson, I need to see one more year. Is he really done, or was it the coaching last year? Because remember, Jeff was killing the coach last year. He was killing that coach. So
Yeah,
if you
Nathaniel
keep
can't hack it.
yeah, so if
No
you giving
problem.
him a coach who knows how to coach, who's a proven winner,
Yeah, not yet for Trevor. I don't agree with that. Definitely Jimmy G. No, no,
no.
sir.
We didn't talk about
Definitely
San
pass.
Francisco, San Francisco's whoever their one of their trio. I'll take DJ over all three of them.
Yeah, we not doing Kyler Murray. I'm
No,
sorry.
Kyler Murray. Nope.
Um,
What did we forget over there? Oh, we did Seattle, the
yeah,
Rams. Oh,
we
the
did
Rams.
all them teams.
We did the
The
Rams. This is
Commandos, they don't
the Rams.
they
The
don't have
Rams
anybody over there.
taking
Well,
them over
Stafford,
Rams. AFC North taking over Pitt. Not over Russell. I
Pickett,
mean, not over Lamar. Not over Watson. Pickett.
about
Yes,
Pickett.
yes. I'm taking him over Pickett. And not taking him over Burrow. So he would come in fourth over there. So AFC South, we have whoever's in Tennessee. We don't know whether it's
Got C.J.
Tannehill,
Stroud in Texas.
Stroud. The Texans. No, I'm not taking him over C.J. Stroud. He's a rookie. Um,
The Colts, they got Anthony Richardson.
Not taking, even though Richardson has the talent, he's not there as yet. He's not even close to being there. So who are we forgetting down there? We did
Yeah, the
Jacksonville.
Jaguars, and then you got the Texans, the
Texans. Yeah, no,
Titans,
we did all
and the
four. We did
Colts.
all. Yeah, we did. So
Got them
yeah.
all.
So based on
That's what I'm
that,
saying.
top 10 quarterback.
Top 10 quarterback. Top 10 quarterback. How y'all feel about that? Daniel Jones, the top 10. I see y'all out there hating. You see him they over in the corner. I see you, son. They be hating, man. But look,
But
you just
bookends,
gotta keep
that
it honest, man.
go to bookends, and you're right. Sean, and that's the point. Sean, it will fix that right with just his presence alone. It's not gonna. He's gonna squash all that because everybody's gonna
He'll
say,
be decent. Yeah.
yeah. So that's why I mean, and think about their skills offensively.
They
Think
could
about it.
be better. They could be better. Matter of fact, I throw y'all a bone. Unpopular opinion. I think the Broncos, because I was wrong about the Broncos last year, so I'm gonna double down on my bullshit right here. I think the Broncos is going to be better than the Chargers this year. I think they're gonna finish second in that division.
The Broncos have a good defense, don't they?
That's why
So,
I think
and
they
they
got a
have
better
some skill
defense.
position player. And don't forget, right now, the Chargers, they have issues with the
And they
running
have
game.
a better coach too. Sean Payton.
Yeah,
You can't
exactly.
underestimate the Sean Payton effect, and that is why I'm gonna give
That's,
them second behind
that's my
Andy
point.
Reid. You're not gonna get past Andy Reid and
No,
Pat
no. But
Mahomes.
the point is,
That yeah,
they're better than the Raiders. You want to argue against
absolutely.
coaching alone is going to get them better than the Chargers. Don't forget, the Chargers have with Echo. What's the Echoes? The issue wanting to be out of
Eckler,
there now.
yeah.
So if they don't have a running attack, at least Denver is going to at
Then
least
they gotta pay
consider it.
Herbert what, like 60 million?
Yes.
Y'all
So
complaining about Daniel Jones.
don't
Watch
be
this.
surprised if Denver is second, like you said, second out in the West.
I think
Now,
they will be.
will they be in the playoff hunt? That's a different story because
They'll be pushing it, yeah. They'll be
The
pushing
NFC
it.
North,
Because of the East and the
the
North,
East
yeah.
and the North. That's my
South ain't
point.
gonna give you too much problems, yeah.
Because right now, any one of the four teams in the East can win that division, and you could see all 4 of them making the playoffs. And the same thing about the AFC North. Now if you want to say Cleveland, you're apprehensive about.
No,
Okay,
Cleveland's a good team. No,
yes,
no, 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 no.
no, I know that, but what I'm saying is, if you want to
On
say
both sides of the ball, that's a solid team, offensive
yes,
line and defensive line.
Pittsburgh is
Yeah.
Pittsburgh. When you have that head coach right
Mhm.
there, you can't
Yeah.
sleep on them. So that's my point. So the Chargers, eh, eh, they didn't show much, and right now Eccles wants out of there, so they're running attack, and it just leaves me questioning them. So that's why the Broncos, can I see them saying 8-8 or 8-8, 9-8? Yeah, 8-9. Yeah, I could see them doing that. I could see them doing that. Maybe pushing 10. No.
Couple couple things here with the Giants before we
Mm-hmm.
move on to basketball. The Giants are looking to hire Leslie Frazier to their defensive coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
This would be a home run hire. Well, our
Mm-hmm.
coaching staff is already solid. I've been telling you guys about, Jerome Henderson and guys like Andre Carter. Me and Jeffy T, we both been talking about this. Now, to get Leslie Frazier, a guy you were going to consider hiring for your head coaching position,
Yeah.
that is a home run. And he don't have to do nothing but be a voice in that locker room for these young players, man, and to help Wink Martindale, assert his message. Leslie Frazier ain't coming in there to change no schemes and do nothing like that. Nah, he coming there as a defensive assistant, and that's going to get his resume back up to par. And guess what, y'all? If Wink Martindale was to get a head coaching job,
Wait a minute.
got plenty of candidates.
No much is saying
You have Leslie Frazier, Jerome Henderson, Andre Patterson, so on and so forth.
What's your code saying?
Real quick, Coach.
What's your code saying it's not true?
I'm
looking up it right now. I saw that earlier. That
it was reported. Let me see who.
Yeah, I'm looking at SB Nation. It's saying reportedly discussing might join the coaching staff.
He might join it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it's just a rumor. Yeah, it's not nothing that's but he's looking at the Packers and the Giants right now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
If SB Nation speaks on it, at least I give it some
CBS Sports is reporting that too.
Yeah.
Josina Anderson.
If Josina's reporting it, then there's there's a lot of validity to it.
Josina Anderson.
Yeah.
He's spent 2 days with the Packers, 2 days with the Commanders, and 2 days with the Giants. And the fact that he's taking the Giants interview last should tell you something. You know what I'm saying? Remember,
exactly.
him and Brian Dable are close. So, so that's a little bit on the as far as the Giants.
I would love it if he does come in, because he's experienced. Not only is he a coach, a veteran coach, he was a head coach, but he was also a player. He was a player in the NFL, so he has the NFL culture through and through, and he can only do nothing but help in the long run.
Yeah, no doubt, man. So it's not why he was visiting the Giants. Nah, it is Mets. He is considering joining the staff because look, he left Buffalo. Like it was one of those things where they say they parted ways, but really he got fired. You know what I'm saying? So it was said he was going to take a year off for coaching, but he still wants to be in the game. He still wants to be involved in the game. And he has a good close relationship with Joe Shane and Brian Dable. Obviously, you know what I'm saying. Wink Martindale is a respected coach around the NFL, so I know they'll get along perfectly fine. I think it's a good fit. Yeah, he can go to Commandos and or the Packers. You know, we don't expect Green Bay. Well, you don't know. You never know. Green Bay might surprise some people. That might be a sleeper pick, actually, because they do have a good defense. But he could go to Green Bay or he could go to Commandos. Wouldn't make a difference to me, but I do think that a good fit for him is the New York Giants, just because we're an established team right now. We're on a lot of players and coaches' radar right now because we're on the come up. We're ascending. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these teams are declining. The Packers are declining. You know what I'm saying? The Commando, they've never been ascending or declining. They just been flat. So you know, that's kind of what we're looking at right here, man. So I do think that would be a perfect fit, man. You know what I'm saying? And it will give us a boost as far as helping building up some of these younger players we got on this team, like Kayvon Thibodeau, Azeez Ojulari, Xavier McKinney, Dane Belton, Deontay Banks, so on and so forth. So, so we're going to touch on this. Not a lot of basketball news really going on as far as Heart of the City is. I know we've been watching the finals 1-1. So we're going to see if the old Nuggets or the Heat can pull it out. I'm rooting for the Heat just because I want to see Jimmy Butler when they win. I don't know, man. Something about that guy just reminds me of somebody that played in 1997 or something. I like that style of basketball. I don't like the James Harden dribble, shoot style of basketball. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy Butler plays in the flow of the game. That's how you're supposed to play basketball in my era. But outside of that, the Nets, they got the draft picks. And, you know, rumors are swirling around. But the Nets are looking at a couple players. One of the players is Lively from Duke. You know who I'm talking about, Coach?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Derek Lively. Now, I'm interested to understand how he would fit beside a guy like Nick Claxton, because they both kind of play the same position, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Because look, I know we had Twin Towers back in the day. You know, you had Hakeem and Sampson, Duncan and Robinson. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if I like this fit right here. But tell me what you think, Coach. Tell me if you like a Twin Tower type of fit, not just for the Nets, but just in today's NBA.
Look at Minnesota, and there's your answer.
Didn't work out, did it?
It's not working out. I mean, they just seem totally off. I mean, I know that whatchamacallit, Karl Anthony Towns seems disinterested from being there. I know I get the talk about, Karl Anthony wants to go to the Knicks, but the Twin Tower, the Twin Tower effect is, in this day and age, it's not what it's made up to be. So it's hard pressed, because with today, if you don't have the mobile bigs, you're going to get beat. I mean, that's just the reality, because you got bigs now who are shooting threes like there's no tomorrow. And if you don't have a big who can go out there and really, play and defend on the wing, then your player is useless. So um,
Yeah,
I
I don't.
and for the Nets, I mean, you wouldn't shouldn't you have better consistent shooting to be able to offset that? And do the Nets have that?
No, the Nets do not. The Nets do not have shooting to offset that, and that is one of the reasons why I don't like them going with now. He could help as far as the rebounding is concerned, but remember, um, we don't know who's coming back. Now, I know a lot of the talk is that what's my man's name? Cam Johnson's supposed to be back, but we don't know for sure. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
I'm thinking like this team, this Brooklyn Nets team, needs some scoring. You know what I'm saying? They need
Don't,
somebody.
don't forget the Nets can match Cam Johnson's offer. I mean, there's
They
already report that they'll match up to what, $90 million.
Yeah, they can and they should, but the fact of the matter is look, they can do all that, but they still need somebody to come in there that can score, like a legitimate scorer.
Are you saying
They
that
they're
even if
they're not gonna get that in this draft where they're picking.
okay, no, that's fine. I get that. It
Yeah,
was just
if that was your question, yeah.
no. The question was, like you were saying that you don't, I'm getting the impression that you don't think Cam Johnson is coming back. Where I think he is coming back because they're going to match any offer. So now the question is about scoring. They can't get scoring this year, and that's out there.
They can get scoring, um, but where from who?
That's that. No,
Who
that's the question.
who is the NBA? Who is it? I haven't really looked at NBA free agency. Um,
That's every team.
honest,
Yeah, that's
because
every.
the whole I'm just going to give up all my draft picks to go chase another. No, I'm not. So you got Russell Westbrook, no. Harden, no. Um, Middleton, I don't really like that option either. Porzingis, no. Bringing back D'Angelo Russell, no. I mean, there's nobody really there. Van Vliet, uh, yeah, I don't, I don't like a lot of these options to be honest with you. You
There's not
know,
a lot of stars in the NBA period right now. If you really outside of the
yeah,
elite stars, I mean,
yeah.
go through who because if is Clay Thompson is he a free agent? I think he might be.
Clay, no, Clay's not on the list.
Okay,
Yeah, is Wilson, Harden, Middleton, Kyrie, Porzingis, D'Lo, K Love, Vujovic, Draymond, Van Vliet, Harrison Barnes, Jeremy Grant, Levert.
okay.
I take Levert back. I mean, he's not no top notch player, but he can give you something. He'll be better than what's that dang on dude that can't shoot? Um, um, Joe Harris.
Mm.
So that dude's got to go, man. Him and Seth Curry, man. Look, man, I don't even play video games like that, Coach. But I
Hmm.
just happen to put on and play the NBA too. I used to play it a long time ago, so I know how to play it. They haven't changed the game that much, so I put it on there And these guys can't shoot in the video game, man. like Joe Harris, you can't hit a shot in the fucking game. This dude sucks. Like, oh, sorry, man.
Well, hey,
can't do it, man. Can't do it. Yeah, I get it, man. I get it, Mets. Nah, you good. You good, bro. R. Stapleton. Yeah, he's just visiting. Look, he's just visiting the team right now. So, I don't. What's up? What's up, Jose? What's good with you, man? Appreciate you coming through, man. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it was him coming in to be the coach. He's listening to offers right now. Like I said, he's got several offers. Speaking about Leslie Frazier, he's been talking to the Commanders, the Packers, and the Giants, obviously, but I do not think he's in like a head coaching candidate or assistant. It's more like just a defensive advisor, or just kind of another ear, so he could get back on track to be, a coordinator / head coach. That's what happens when you lose your coordinator position. You have to like come down a notch. So, if he comes here, he has success with the Giants. Wink gets promoted, he can get a promotion, or maybe he gets promoted, Wink stays, however they want to work it out. So I just think it'll be a good deal for Leslie Frazier if he came here. But there's a player in this draft that I'm trying to look him up real quick, that I do want the Knicks. Not the Knicks. Shit, no, the Nets. It's Nick Smith Jr. This is a guy from Arkansas. He's 19 years old, 6'5", combo guard. Now he needs obviously a little polishing, so to speak. Pause. But 12.5 a game, rebound, about assist, 37% shooting. So, like I said, he's a little bit more of a project, but his athletic skills are where it's at. Like he can get to the rim. You know what I'm saying? He has good ball handling ability. He definitely has he's gonna have to improve his shot, obviously, but he plays with no fear, man. He plays with an aggressiveness that you want to see from a lead guard, so this is a player that I'm definitely interested in for the Brooklyn Nets. Now, they might not be able to get him. It just depends because of where he might go, and but I do think it is possible that we can go out and get this kid, man, and it will be because if they want to move off Cam Thomas, this will be the perfect replacement for Cam Thomas, Nick Smith Jr. Y'all just listen for that name, man, because he is an upside player. And the Nets need to take a swing on at least one. If they're going to keep these picks, they need to take a swing on at least one upside player, because you need to hit a home run on somebody that can be a star beside Mikal Bridges without going out and having to trade your entire franchise for somebody that doesn't want to be there, that's going to leave in 2 years or 3 years. So that's what the Nets have to do. They gotta draft. Point blank, period. What you think, Coach?
Of course,
the Nets. Peace, bro.
All right, bro. Of course, they have to draft, and they have to draft smartly. To be brutally honest with you, um, the question is it more of you're just adding pieces to stay competitive, or is this going to be a full out rebuild, bro? I mean, because I don't know which way they're
Yeah,
going.
that's
I
the
really,
question.
you don't know which way they're going. You don't know if this is going to be a full out rebuild and you're just going to build around bridges, or are you able to bring in other pieces and bridges, accentuates what you're bringing in? Because you just said it, they need shooting. They don't have it. They need rebounding. We all saw that
Mhm.
last year. So, so is it best to go full bore and just, take the year and, re-strategize and, get younger guys and replenish what you have? I mean, the other issue is your picks, right? Because aren't they owned by Houston?
Well, this year they have their two picks. They have them. So
So
this is
next,
the year if they want to draft. This is the year
it's
to
not
pick some
that.
players.
It's not that. It's that because I was saying the rebuild. So if you're starting to rebuild, then that means next year's draft pick is going to be a high one, and Houston owns it, right?
Yes, I believe that's correct.
So then it's not going to be a rebuild. You're going to just try and reload and see what you can do and
And
add on to
I
it.
think that's what they're trying to do, and I just think that's just a dangerous approach.
But see, because you don't own your draft picks, bro, that's the issue.
Well,
Because you,
I don't want them to rebuild and just tear it down. I want them to add to the roster that they already have.
that's what I just said. I said
Bring
you have
back the
to.
guy. Yeah, but rebuilding is see a lot of Nets fans. I wish my man Breezy was out here, man. But a lot of Nets fans they want to go one or two ways. They either want to scrap it all together, trade Bridges, get rid of Cam Johnson, move on from Claxton, Cam Thomas, whoever else you got, and then there's the other side of the Nets spectrum that wants to package a bunch of players and a bunch of picks and go get Dame Lillard or Trey Young from Atlanta. And I'm like, nah, I don't want neither option. Can I put none of the above? Like, you know what I'm saying?
The question goes back.
I'm not with none of that shit.
The question always falls back down to in the future because of your draft picks that Houston owns. So how far can you go back? Because yeah, you want to be competitive. So if you're competitive, even if you're in the bottom half, Houston gets a pick in the bottom half of the draft. Okay, fine, I get that. But if you're not, you're not even going to get the talent because that goes to Houston. So if you're picking in the top three, that means that pick goes to Houston. So you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So the best way to go right
Yeah,
now is like you're saying, just add as much as you can and try and stay competitive and see what happens in the future. You guys, your future is screwed. That's what's hurting y'all. Y'all's future because trading like you and Jeff would say, you traded away all these picks and these guys are still not here anyway, and now your future is screwed. So where do you go? Your best bet is to just see what you can do. That's why you know what, NYG. I kind of understand why though there are those who say trade away whatever you can and go get Trey Young and or Dame Lillard
yeah,
because
yeah. I was kind of there for a minute, but now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, if you go get Dame Lillard, you still not a top. You if you get that superstar, you have to tell me and your fan base you're ready to compete for a championship. And I
okay.
don't think this Nets team adding a guy like Dame Lillard and or a Trey Young is still good enough to compete.
Okay, and you're right in that regard, but also look at the fact that if you don't, where are you going to be at? You're going to be maybe right outside the
Fifth,
top 10,
sixth.
10 to 10, say 11 to say 15 to 17. And again, think about the fact that that pick is also going over to Houston. So you're screwed. So that's why I'm saying you might as well
I
just wait
think
it.
I think if the Nets, I think if the Nets stay pat, they're still a top half of the Eastern Conference team.
Look at the teams
I
and look at
mean,
who's going to be better
it's
next year.
it's borderline, but I think they could be a sixth or a fifth seed
Look, bro,
if they add certain talent around what they got. Now they don't have to necessarily go out and get. So we looking at the NBA free agent tracker here. So if you just go out and you get, say you get a guy like Jeremy Grant,
Mm-hmm.
or if you get, I don't like Porzingis, he gets hurt too much. Whatever big man you want to go out there and get, and you just sign him flat out, and then you go draft this Nick Smith kid that I talked about,
That's fine.
and then maybe you flip Cam Thomas or what's my other man's name? Dayron Sharp. Maybe you flip one of them and go get another piece. You should be able to compete. Who are you competing against? The Knicks? Okay. The Knicks got a pretty good team. Okay. And now you're talking about Atlanta. Now you're talking about Cleveland.
Go through the East teams right now, top to bottom. If you want to argue Milwaukee, what's going to happen? We don't know. Is the coaching change going to help them? Because if so, then they bring back what's his name, then they're going to bring back all their guys. So I think they'll be at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Boston, will be at the top. Miami now you have to put at the top. Philly, Cleveland is still going to be there. They're going to be at.
I don't know about Philly because I don't know what's going to happen with Harden, but
yeah, I think it's fair.
Yeah, I don't know about Philly.
Right now, if he comes back, Philly is there. So
and Boston, man, they talking about moving off of Jaylen Brown. So they got questions. You know what I'm saying? The East got a lot of questions outside of Miami. I think Miami is solid.
Are all these questions enough to boost the Nets up to where you're thinking?
And they're not being boosted up. They was the 6th team last season. So I'm not boosting them up. I'm saying they stay around where they're at. 6th, the 5th, or 6th, or 7th. They're not going to be in a lottery, is what I'm saying. To blow it up, they need to. Yeah, you talking about a lottery team, and then now you're talking about giving away the picks to Houston. So I don't think
I see the Nets next year based on what they're going to do right now, anywhere from a play-in to 7-8. Honestly,
I think they get to around 6. What it was at 6 or 7. I could see them getting a 7, depending on if Boston and Milwaukee stay pat.
7 is a play-in. 7 is you said 7, that's a play-in spot.
7 is a play-in spot, but yeah, they could get to 7 and still make the playoffs.
No, I understand that.
And you see what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I'm saying.
To get to 7, you still have to go through the play-in. So that's why I said earlier they could be a play-in, and they could be in the 7th spot and lose out and not make the playoffs at all. So that's why I said. So that's why I'm saying the Knicks are the same exact way. I'm saying the same thing about the Knicks, and they have talent, but there's it's that's another story. So, but yeah, the Nets. In the East, I'm not ready to say that they're, can they get to the 6? Yes, and depending on what they do, but you're gonna have to show me, bro. You're really gonna have to show me because they got to where they got to also because of their start because they also had KD and all those other guys before they were shipped out. So it's a catch-22. Now, if you're gonna play a full season like that, can they? eh, That's why to me it's who do they bring into the organization to play along with Bridges? Because if it's a lot of the same guys that they had from this past year, they're not going to be a number 6 seed, bro. They're not.
Mm,
Because that start of that season, you have to include KD and Kyrie, and they did help win some games. And now they're not
that's
there.
true.
So that's why it's like in the East, we said it earlier, the East was playing some good basketball, really from 1 to, if you want to push it down close to 12 because of the teams and the play-ins fighting to get in, which is fair. But, Atlanta, if they don't trade Trey Young, they're still a good squad, and I think they will step up.
Yeah, I could see Atlanta possibly, but I really think the East is going to come down to Miami, um,
Boston and Milwaukee.
and Boston. I don't even know if Milwaukee's there anymore. I don't know.
I want to see because
And I want to see what teams like your Knicks do, as well as the Cleveland Cavs, because they can both, if with the right move, they can both jump into that top 2 to 3 in the conference, because they were both there last year. You know what I'm saying? So
right now
the
Knicks
Nets, they got some work to do. That's what I'm saying. But even if they go out and get Dame Lillard, I can't not necessarily see them being a top, because they're gonna have to gut their roster to get them.
But see, it depends.
Possibly, or just give up a bunch of draft picks, and they don't have any draft picks to give up.
But see, I will say this: it depends on what Portland wants first and foremost. So we know Portland's probably going to want young players as well as draft picks, and the Nets don't have the draft picks. So I'll be honest with you, I can't see them getting Dame. I just
I
can't
don't
see
see
them
it
getting
either.
Dame
I don't
Lillard.
see it either. And
It's going to cost
I
too
don't
much.
know. I don't know if I want it, to be honest with you. I don't know. I did at first, but now I'm just looking at this team. I'm like, even if they get Dame, they're not going to do shit. This team needs a lot of work, man. They do.
But you also don't forget you do have a GM who technically is on the hot seat.
Oh man, I wish he wasn't on the hot seat. I wish he was on the cold seat, which is the bench, which is not the coach, GM in the team. Man, that dude gotta go, man.
No, I'm not saying he has to go, but if he has to
Y'all
go,
hate Tibbs. I feel the same damn way about Sean Marks. Sean off the mark.
the thing is,
He's not getting it right, man.
but see, here's the thing though. If he feels his job is in question, he's going to GM in a desperate manner. So if that's a desperate manner, he's going to
Yeah,
sell.
you're
He's going to
right.
sell out. So that's why you guys are in a very precarious situation right now because what is he going to
Yeah.
do? He's desperate. So if he's desperate, he's going to try and make that splashy move just to see if he can save. And what's a big splashy move? Dame Lillard.
Fuck, man.
So
Yeah,
you don't
he
like
could
it,
do
but
that.
if you sit and you look at it, because like you said, you don't like him. So now if he sits back and the team tanks, then basically
That
you're
is
gonna
the worst case scenario.
and if this team is bad, you're not gonna be. I'm gonna be honest because you're right. This team has to win because if they don't win, they're not going to be a good team that no one wants. No one's going to want to come as a GM because of how bad of the situation is. You don't have draft picks. You're marginal in terms of talent, so you can't go out and get better talent because you're marginal and you don't have draft picks. And what young talent you do have, is it a whole lot? Because who Bridges, Thomas, Claxton, who are the young players that you have that might be of any type of value?
Clax, Obviously, they're not getting rid of Bridges.
But I'm saying that they.
Cam Thomas, Dayron
Mhm.
Sharp, possibly.
Okay.
Really it. Yeah. Sumner, Kessler Edwards, they're not there.
That's
Yeah,
where
it's not a lot, but it's
right now,
really Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas is really the key to all this because they're either gonna develop him or they're gonna get rid of him and try to flip him in a package to go get somebody else.
exactly, and that's a desperate move. And if it doesn't work, that means the ship is going to be blown up. And what good GM is going to want to come here and work with this because you don't have anything? What good coaches want to come here because you don't have talent? So now you guys are, I really didn't even realize how bad of a situation you guys were in until talking to you now with this. So, which now makes a whole lot of sense. Why I get why people are clamoring for Dame Lillard, but if I'm Dame Lillard, and I would say if he has any say,
He ain't coming
he
here.
ain't coming here. He ain't coming
He
here.
ain't
No,
coming
no,
here,
no,
man. Dame Lillard ain't coming here, man. Neither is Trae Young, man. The Nets need to get
no,
on Sean Marks need to get on his GMing, managing, and get some damn talent in here, man. And Jacques Vaughn need to coach him up. And I'm getting tired of these NBA coaches like Steve Nash. You know what I'm saying? Just this player doesn't fit what I want to do or my system. Dude, this the NBA. This ain't the goddamn NFL and the spread offense and the goddamn run and shoot. Like you're talking about basketball. Like coach these dudes, man. Like come on now. And some of these coaches, it just they want to make their coaching easy and get some superstars and say, hey, what do I do, coach? Give it to KD. What you looking at me for? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man. You know what I'm saying? And the best coaches are the ones that succeed in doing that. Think about Popovich. You know what I'm saying? And what he did with the Spurs, man. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the coaches that come to mind, really, man. Like he developed that team. Yeah, he had Tim Duncan, but I mean, gee, who was talking about Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker and all these other guys that came out of nowhere? You see what I'm saying? Popovich coached them up, man. You know what I'm saying? He did what he needed to do, man, and revolve that team around the superstar, not add superstars to the superstar you already got and try to develop a super team like these other NBA GMs are doing, man. But yeah, I don't want to get on a rant on the NBA, man. But yeah, I just think, man, to wrap it up, man, going into this draft, because the Knicks don't have a pick. Am I right? They don't have no pick in this draft. And so we just talking about the Nets. You know, I always want to include the Knicks, but there's no news with the Knicks right now. It's just rumors until something gets concrete.
Here's one.
Well, you did. Go ahead.
What's his name is being basically he's not bringing back the GM Scott Perry.
Scott Perry. I was gonna say that. I forgot about that one. And then the Nets. I believe they hired Kevin Ollie.
Yeah.
As an assistant, where they was talking to him, I think. So that is that. Baseball. Yankees. I don't know how they lost to the White Sox. This guy, Clark Smith. I can't stand this fucker, man. I'm sorry. Every time he pitches, man, this.
Which one call is going to the IL also? Aaron Judge is going to the injury.
Is he going to the again? Oh yeah. My, come on.
He's placed on to place him with a toe contusion.
Fuck, man. Athletes are made of fucking
Sprain.
cardboard these days, man.
It looks like
I mean, this shit is ridiculous, yo.
And
I'm
Nelson
sorry, man.
Cortez is also going to the injury list. They went to the
Cortez,
10-day
of
injury
course.
list.
Cortez is pitching good too.
Mm.
Cortez is. I like Cortez, man. But this Smith dude, this dude's a bum, man.
Hey, they
This
saw
guy's a
something.
bum.
What's his name? Saw something in him, which
Man,
which
he
they
got
really.
almost a 5. He got a 4.96 ERA.
Mm. But
Two
yet
and
and still,
six.
what's his name? Just continues to go out there and does this, and his team is just continuously just.
But we
I mean,
supposed to have Carlos Rodon. Remember,
yeah,
he
but
messed it up for
you
us.
look at this. It's not just one player. I mean, just look at the
I
moves.
know.
Man.
I'm just speaking from the pitching staff.
It just to me it always falls back on the GM and his philosophy and
Cashman.
what he's doing,
Mm-hmm.
and bro, you're not winning. You talk about the analytics and the analytics this and the analytics that, and I get analytics the point to be used, but not to be your main focus. And it's their main focus, and everything that you're
Mm-hmm.
basing it's all off of numbers. But sometimes, guess what? How is the game going? Numbers can
Right.
sit here and numbers can tell you so much, but the game can take a different turn, and that's why to me baseball has, for me, I'm not as deep as I used to be because everything is based off of analytics, analytics, analytics. Sports is all becoming all about analytics and numbers, but you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I've coached for a long time. Trust me, I'm telling you, I've taken my game plan that I've worked all week on and threw it to the side and just called off the whim off of my head. Why? Because I'm sitting there feeling the game and what's going on, and I'm basing it off
Mm-hmm.
of that. So that's why, to me, it's like I question the a lot of these coaches and managers. I'm sorry, can you really coach and manage? Can you take? That's why when a coach has a piece of
Like
paper.
we got Jeff Jake, what is this? Jake Bowers
Yeah.
at freaking left field. Like, come on, man, with this left field situation, man. Like, they sent Cabrera back down. Hicks is who was
Hicks is
he?
gone.
You know what
Hicks
I'm
is going
saying?
with
It's just,
Baltimore.
and then you got uh who is it? Judge, and then Judge is in right field, and then you got Jake Bowers. Like, Willie Calhoun, you can't put Stanton out there. Like, this is a mess, man. The fuck, man. This is ugly. And
Very.
yet, the Yankees are still only 2 games behind the Baltimore Orioles for second place in the AL East. Actually, they're 2 games behind. Yeah, they're pretty much at the top of the conference because you got the Rays the first. I'm just looking at it. I'm doing
How
the
many
math in
games
my
behind
head.
the Rays?
The Rangers, the Rays, Rangers. I mean, if you're doing by record, of course you got the AL Central, but that division sucks. So you got the Rays, Rangers. Those are the best 2 records. Then you got the Orioles, Astros, and then the Yankees. So strangely enough, they're still right there in the thick of things.
So is that a
And
product of how bad
that's the
baseball
problem,
is?
how bad is baseball right now. And if you look at the Mets are 30-30. They're only five and a
Mm-hmm.
half games out of the division lead.
Mm-hmm.
5.5 games.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't, that's where we miss Jeffrey T at, man. But I don't have a lot of Mets news, but I do know Pete Alonso is, I believe, leading the league in home runs right now. Did Verlander get hurt again? I heard something about the Mets concerning Verlander. Yeah, I think no, he's scheduled to pitch coming up here. So they got Verlander and Matt Scherzer both healthy, and they're both scheduled to pitch against the Braves. Carlos Carrasco is out there now. Let's check on the Mets real quick before we wrap it up. We're gonna wrap it up here, but let me check on the Mets real quick. Scherzer. 5-4 fucking Mets. See, how in the hell it was 4-4? They were winning 4-1. The Mets were, FYI, they blew the lead in the 6th inning. Now the Braves are up, top of the 8th. Okay. There you have it, Mets. No Mets. Alonso hit home run number 22 tonight. Yeah. I mean, they're turning into the Yankees to do a lot of noise, but don't really make no headway. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, the Mets, 30 for 30, man. New York Mets, man. But yeah. But we're gonna get out of here, man. Coach, do you have any nuggets? Anything else you want to add? I think we covered everything.
I'm just keeping an eye on the WNBA. I'm also following Rutgers closely. I know the football team right now. They just signed 3 kids this past weekend, and their ranking is in the top 20. The men's basketball team is close to signing Dylan Harper, Ron Harper Jr., Ron Harper Senior's son. All indications,
Okay.
all indications are he's signing there, and currently without him, their ranking is number 3 in the nation for the 2024. So if they sign him, they're going to be number 1. So yes, they lost a player there who was going to be a grad player, but he just left and now he signed with UConn. So he just signed today with UConn, but they also, when he left, they signed another power forward who was, I think he was in the top 100. So Rutgers basketball is doing their thing. They really are. So I'll be watching a lot of Rutgers in football and basketball, men's and women. Women are definitely doing their thing. They've been getting a lot of young players as well as some transfer players. So they're going to be a lot more competitive this upcoming season. So I'll be watching more, and I'll have more as we go. So
Yeah, no doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat, man, and everybody on this stream. Always appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. You know, we're gonna keep this show rolling, man, in honor of our fallen friend, Mr. Jeffy T85, man. You still right here with me, my man. My bro, you still here with me, man. You know what I'm saying? And we keeping this show rolling for you, man. You know what I'm saying? And also for me and my man, Coach. You know what I'm saying? Always holding us down, holding the show down. You know what I'm saying? And we appreciate you guys. This chat, man, is so great, man. So much love, man, on this show, man, between everybody, man, that joins us, man. You know who you are. Mets, Jose, Bookends, LRP. We got my man Tudo. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Deception, Matt the Giants fan, Next Shift. You already know what it is. Levance, always. You know what I'm saying? Wifey, Nisi Wise, always, man. We always love each and every one of y'all in the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, man, come check us out, man. We're going to be back again next Tuesday, man, for more Heart of the City, man. But until next time, man, we out, man. We out. Peace.